Good evening, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's happening on this Friday evening? Well, once in a while, I like to do this old school while my original. I started, at home videos, but now usually you catch me in the car or before work in my car. So trying to get back once in a while to my origins, what I started as. So anyway. Today's topic, I'm discussing a bill that was actually a couple of hours ago passed that's going to impact USPS mail even further. So we'll get into that. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support. Can't thank you guys enough. Everything you all do in the comments, everything you guys share. Keep giving me the thumbs up, smash that hype button. Helps out everything. If you'd like to join my channel, thanks so much for special content I'll be creating for my members. So, everything thanks to you guys. Everything. First, everything I say on here is from my views, my experience, my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. So let's get to today's topic. Since I'm doing old school or original, I'm going to go ahead and read the article and, we'll go from there. House approval of digital financial disclosures would impact USPS mail. Legislation eliminates requirement for hard copy delivery of investor documents. A capital markets reform bill passed by the House on Thursday includes a provision that would allow electronic delivery to become the default mechanism for providing certain regulatory documents to investors. So they're trying to make it default electronic delivery, further reducing the amount of physical mail handled by the financially beleaguered U.S. Postal Service. The legislation is the latest example of federal government cutting into the Postal Service's core business. They just don't leave us alone, man, trying to destroy what we have here. Section 205 of Invest Act directs the Securities and Exchange Commission to finalize a rule within a year of enactment permitting investment companies to switch to electronic-only delivery for financial information that is legally required to be sent to clients in hard copy form. Customers would be able to opt to receive paper documents if they want. So in other words, like old school, like kind of older generation, they still want their hard copies, but the government here is insisting to make everything electronic only delivery. So we don't need this thing to pass. We're already in trouble as it is. The mail continues to decline. We don't need this at all by any means. So, SEC currently allows electronic delivery of certain documents if a registered institution provides notice that the information is available electronically and clients voluntarily opt in. Proponents said modernizing disclosure requirements makes the financial system more efficient, reduces waste, and is more secure from theft than physical mail. That's a kick in our it's not good at all. I mean, it does make a point, but our business is to deliver mail, so we like to keep it at the hard copy. Electronic delivery provides a more widely accessible, cost-effective, and speedy means of conveying and receiving information than paper delivery. Using electronic delivery to communicate with investors also creates opportunities for the industry to provide dynamic, real-time information rather than static data, making it easier for consumers to find information at the level of detail they prefer. The Investment Company Institute said in a news release. Mass marketers and print industry suppliers oppose the measure, saying it threatens jobs and revenue in the direct mail sector, as well as for the USPS. We got to stand up against this, man. I mean, whatever we can. We don't need another hit. Already mail, like I said, is declining, so We got to have everything, the paper checks, the, that physical copies that we deliver. That's what we do. So many older Americans are less comfortable with technology and may prefer paper documents because they have trouble navigating digital platforms. The opt-out process for paper delivery may add complexity for seniors. McKay Mitchell Envelope Company said in a LinkedIn post, e-delivery isn't a practical solution for households in rural areas without reliable high-speed internet, it added. So basically the older generation, likes things how it's been, paper delivery. USPS brings them the mail, they're reading in their hands. They're not used to the phones and everything. But that's just the older generations. As the newer generation becomes the older generation, they already are used to cell phones. So eventually, I hate to say it, God forbid, but I don't know. I just, we need everything we get right now. So the measure, which has yet to be considered by the Senate, would also have a significant derailmental impact on the U.S. Postal Service in terms of decreased revenue and volume at a time it can ill afford such a loss. For non-profit mailers, anything that further weakens the Postal Service's ability to provide an affordable means to communicate with donors, members, and other Americans could have a severe impact, said Kathleen Civiter, Executive Director of Alliance of Nonprofit Mailers, in a letter to members. The Postal Service has had an operating loss of $2.8 billion during the fiscal year ended September 30, with first-class mail volumes down 5%. Paper communications remain one of the most secure channels, requiring digital document transmission increases exposure to cyber attacks, identity theft, and data breaches, Civiter argued. That's the flip side. If you go all electronic, you're vulnerable for cyber attacks and everything. With paper delivery, that doesn't happen. So each side has its ups and benefits and the negatives. So it's it's up there. The bill is up there. It hasn't gone to Senate yet, it's just in the House. So I think it's not going to go anywhere, So, well, we'll see the vote. People, there's goods and bads on each side, like I said. So we'll see. Digital disclosure does not equal comprehension. Paper ensures critical financial information is actually seen, read, and retained, not buried in inboxes of spam folders. Digital-only systems fail during outages, disasters, or cyber events. Paper provides a necessary backup that keeps information moving when systems go down, the letter said. I think that's a clear and blatant fact right there. If you have cyber attacks like we do these days, they have access to all the systems, your data is gone. I mean, in paper, they're saying the exact right thing is secure. You got it with you. Cyber attacks can't do anything to paper, so it's a give or take. In October, the Social Security Administration stopped sending paper checks to retired beneficiaries in response to presidential executive order designed to modernize payment systems, save administrative costs, and reduce fraud and identity theft across the government. The Social Security Administration said the transition only affects a small group of people who have not yet switched to electronic payment methods. I made a video on this, the Social Security checks, that were going all electronic a while ago. This was a few months ago. According to the U.S. Department of the Treasury, issuing a paper check costs about 50 cents, while an electronic funds transfer costs less than 15 cents. But you're open to cyber attacks, so that's the big jab in this whole idea. So the shift could save the federal government millions of dollars annually. Those millions of dollars at the cost of USPS and all the government workers, USPS employees, all the families and everything. Paper checks are 16 times more likely to be lost or stolen compared to electronic payments, increasing the risk of fraud, the Social Security says on its website. So flip side, very good article. The government further tries to destroy us. That whole privatization, it's still, they're trying to, throw punches, jabs at us all left and right, any which way possible they can. Trying to destroy this thing that employs over 700,000 employees nationwide. So, but at the end of the day, God is with us. This is what we survive on, and like our NALC President Renfro, whatever he does, he always sticks up on this subject for us that, leave the USPS like it's been for 100 years, and we're good at it as it is. We don't need anything privatization, not by any means. It would destroy everything. So this subject just another attempt to decrease us, slowly, but it's just a House approval right now, and Senate is gonna destroy it. Hopefully, there's a lot of like the older generations, like the article says, preferred paper checks. And on top of that, checks cannot be attacked by cyber criminals. So we have a little bit of a gap right there, but ultimately it's in God's hands. That's what I live by. Everything is in God's hands. He provides for all over 700,000 people in the postal service. So he, at the end of the day, knows best. Whatever is gonna, hurt us even further. And like the Amazon, we're talking about several things. Amazon contract right now, negotiations are ongoing with our Postmaster General Steiner, with the CEO in Amazon. They still got ways to go. That contract doesn't expire until October, so we got ways to go. There's some intel that they're gonna renew for little, but all those fake news are always there that we're not gonna get that contract back. Amazon is not crazy as to how cheap they pay us, whatever it is. I don't know the exact amount. They're gonna pay their own carriers or have their own network. Their carriers make much more, so you got to be crazy to lose this contract. I'm talking from Amazon, how cheap we deliver their packages. So no worries there. I think they're gonna end up renewing, and but they'll throw a little bit more pennies to the package for us on top of that, just because the Postmaster General Steiner is new, and he wants to look good. So I think it will definitely, God willing, be renewed. So that's that. Anyways, just wanted to bring you this article. Ran into kind of read the old school way. Hope you guys liked it, and hope everybody's good. Peak season ongoing. Today is the 12th already. Counting down to the holiday. From this point on, as we go further, it's gonna get heavier and heavier. Already, you all tell me in the comments, it's heavy. A lot of rural carriers already do 300 plus. So that's a lot of 200 in my station as well. The certain those areas that people have money, those volumes already going up. You can pretty easily tell which areas have the money because the package is all here, and then peak season comes along and their packages even skyrocket. I admire all the hardworking carriers as always, fellow carrier, and that's it for this video. Hope you all liked it. Like I said, hope everybody does good in the peak season. We're on our own out there. Each of us, do our thing, get the job done, and we'll get through this peak season day at a time. That's all we can do. Anyways, that's it for this one. MailmanSyed says good day, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.